I'm going to entitle this thing A Nation of Wimps. Because your Congress, your government is turning you into a bunch of sniveling, whiny parasites. You're not standing up for your Constitution any more than what they are. You go to those chats and stuff. You talk about what's going on in different states, but you're not doing a doggone thing to remedy the situation. Oh yeah, you spent money and you voted to send people to Congress to take care of your rights, to uphold your rights, and they're not doing it. You send money to the National Rifle Association, and nothing's getting done. You send money to the Gun Owners of America, and they're trying to do something, but they need your help. You just can't throw money at something and expect it to be taken care of. How long have we been fighting these firearm laws? 60 years, 70 years? It's not going to go away unless you educate yourself to what the hell is going on. You got to remember something. And I want you to think about this. You're fighting a bully. Big government. You're fighting a bully. And he's got you scared to death of you fighting back. Until he's knocked on his ass. You better learn how to fight this. I mean, these people are very well organized up there. The Democratic Party, the Socialist Party of America. They want your guns. And you say, well, how are you going to give them to them? Let's hang them. Let's shoot them. Let's do something. Well, then you're breaking the law as much as what they are. Although it is a good idea, I think revolution right now would be a fabulous idea. But there's another way to do this, and you better start wising up, and you better listen to me, because I don't want you to, it's kind of embarrassing being around you guys anymore. You all talk, no action, there are people flapping their mouths. Yeah, it's sad. I hate to go to those chats half the time anymore. But I understand the passion, but you can't fight something if you don't know how to fight. When you join the military, they give you training before they send you to war. Why is that? So you know how to take care of yourself. What I'm going to do here, I'll put a link to this lady's blog in here. This lady knows more about the Constitution inside out, backward, forward, you name it. You'll get your training. That way, if you go to look for a lawyer at some time or another, and usually within a couple minutes you can tell if the guy knows anything or not. But the more training you get from here, then you'll be better able to defend yourself. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. Period. Now, I'm going to say something here, and I want you to get this through your head because I'm not talking through my behind here. The Congress of the United States has no legal authority granted to them in the enumerated powers to pass any firearm laws whatsoever. If you look at the Second Amendment even, it says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now there is no A, B, C, D paragraph in there that would stipulate what an acceptable infringement would be. Therefore there are none. All infringing is forbidden. Now, in case you don't know it, Obamacare was put under the Commerce Clause just like all your other firearm laws, except for the 1934 law, which was put under the Internal Revenue Code. Why? Because Congress has no authority beyond the scope of authority that was granted to them in the Constitution when it was written. The original intent of the Commerce Clause was to remedy the states back at that time, because when goods were flowing through their state, they were taxing them and adding tariffs to them so that they could pad politicians' pockets. You know, it's like, just like today. You know. But anyway, get beyond that. That's all it is for. It's to stop the states from interfering with the free flow of goods. Nothing more. There's nothing in there to support any firearm laws or nothing. And then people will say, well, what about that necessary and proper clause? The necessary and proper clause, what it means is that they can only pass things that are necessary and proper under their enumerated power. And they're listed in the Constitution. I think there's 21 of them, something like that. But there's nothing in there about they have the right to pass any firearm laws. It's not necessary, and it's not proper, and it's against the All these firearm laws that they passed under the Commerce Clause and under the 1934 law under the Internal Revenue, they're null and void. Congress does not have that authority. Now, to put these people in the place, you've got to educate yourself. I can't do it for you. You've got to do it on your own. You can become your own lawyer. You can be as smart as one. You've got to understand it. This lady spells it all out to you, and it's in word process. It's all right here, all in words, you know. Right there's your ex post facto law. It's any law that retroactively criminalizes conduct which was not criminal when it was done. So all these people who were had a misdemeanor changed into almost a felony, it's crazy. They didn't put that felony thing in there until the gun laws in the 30s. Okay, well, here's how the people interpret the law. When you go to jail and you pay your dues in there, you spend the whole time, you know, not no early release or anything like that, but you do your time, you get out of there, you're no longer a felon. And this thing about being an ex-felon, I don't care. You've paid your dues. You got smarter. You're not going to break the law anymore. And if you do, you're not going to like it. We've got too many laws on the books now that criminalize people for unnecessary things. It's like that domestic violence law, that Lautenberg Act, where it goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. That's retroactive. You know, that's like saying, well, Joe Biden and Frank Luxembourg, they were chewing gum in school, so they can't be any kind of a person in law, or no, they can't hold an office in the Congress or the Senate, and any retirement funds they had coming to them is null and void. We'll have to take it all back because they were chewing gum when they were in kindergarten. It's the same damn thing. You can't pass a law and then go all the way back to Adam and Eve. That's how it works. So anyway, people, you don't have to believe what I'm trying to tell you. You go to this lady's website. There's a blog here. It's got everything that you could think of that you might want to, that might pertain to you, and you might want to study so that you're smarter. Okay? Like I said, this is all in words. You can read it and then read it again. If you don't understand it, you can read it again. Right there's your Commerce Clause, people. As soon as okay, right there. Right there's your enumerated powers. See that? Study this stuff. You don't have any rights unless you know what your rights are. Period. Become your own lawyer. That way, when you go to court, I don't care, even for something small, you'll understand what is going on. They just can't come out of the blue and say, well, this, that, this, that. They got to prove it. Okay? Enumerated powers again. So anyway, people, I put it up there. It's up to you to go see it. But you know, it's sad because these communists, these anti-American people in Congress, they don't follow the Constitution only when it serves their purpose. Outside of that, they try to use a backdoor approach of gun control to take away your firearms. And they don't have the authority. It's beyond the scope of authority granted to Congress in the Constitution. Time to stand up to the bully and knock him on his ass. And then he'll get more respectful. And then he'll just be a lot more respectful. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a link to this. Go to it. Study it. If I ruffled your feathers, well, tough shit. Thanks for watching.